Hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is the 5th episode and today the title of this episode it is The Power of the Mind.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the power that you and everyone has out there on the earth.
So today we want to start with a very quick follow-up regarding the last episode, the episode 4, which one was about a French family that had the kids taken and had a huge attention in the media. And so we want to tell you that on the 24th of June, so last Friday, the family have published on Instagram that they got the 2 children back and that everything is fine. So hopefully everything is smooth now and they got the kids back, and that's the end of the story. And fortunately we were wrong about the outcome for this family and everything.
Yeah, so we hope this is a good ending. We hope this is the end for them and no more problems for them. It's all good. Yeah.
So now regarding the 5th episode, then the power of the mind, Leon is going to start about it.
So, recently Iolanda did a live video on Facebook, I think it was, or YouTube, and she mentioned that she wanted to meet somebody. So she put out these thoughts into the universe, whatever you want to say, out there in the world, and a few days later she met the man that she wanted to meet in amazing circumstances for her. So
yeah,
I want to talk about the power that we all have, you know. So in 2016, I'm gonna talk about specific stories, moments in time that have happened with us both. For me, as an observer and being stood with Iolanda, some these things happen, and I was amazed by it. So, for example, in 2016, we went to Lisbon. The first time I've ever been to Lisbon, the capital city of Portugal, and we go straight to the government building in Lisbon, and Iolanda says, "I'm going to speak to the Prime." This is Prime Minister, isn't it?
No, the first one was Marcelo,
okay.
The President.
Okay, we'll talk about. So I'm going to speak to the President. That's Marcelo, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to speak to the President. So we looked up where Marcelo was speaking engagements.
His agenda, public agenda.
Yeah, we looked at his diary and found out he was in Lisbon on that day. So we travelled to the location across Lisbon. And
on that day, we were in Lisbon as well. Yeah.
So, yeah, we arrived at this location, and a few minutes after arriving, I believe he turned up in his car, and so
in his car with all that big thing, all those cars around him, all the security, all that people waiting for him for kisses and autographs and all those kind of things.
So yeah, there was a crowd of people. He comes onto the street. It was a public event in the streets, and so he was on the side of the road, and there was like cameras and some public people. Sorry, I should say. And they were around him and people crowding around him. And so Iolanda sort of waited for her moment and then sort of walked on through. She had her coat on, and as she went through to him, and I'm filming her, and she opened her coat and she had our Facebook page and our photo of our son Santiago on there, and she managed to speak to Marcelo live on the television to potentially millions of people across Portugal. So, yeah, do you want to say anything about that?
The way this precise moment, what happened is that I have said loud, because he is being the president of the government in Portugal, being the president of country, Portugal. I wanted to be recorded that he had knowledge, not through just the media, but he could never say that he did not know about the case. So I wanted these to be recorded, and I wanted to be the meeting, me meeting him, I wanted the meeting to be recorded in camera. And that happened, and happened even live. So it was published in several media, but even that meeting, it was recorded, not just on our camera, with the facts being proven that it did happen, but actually on live video on TV. It was around 1 o'clock, so it was live on the country. I only knew that later on. But the way I see these that Leon just described is that I was hiding from all the journalists that they were around, so they could tell the president that I was there. So I was trying to hide myself with a jacket on, and when the journalists are all surrounding the president, and there are all the old women just trying to get a kiss from the president, because he's portraying himself in the media that he's the affection president, the president of the people. And the way I see is that he's actually coming on my way, and he's coming. And all that people, he could go to that side, moving away from me, and I would have to go on after him. But no, I took my jacket, and I see him coming on my way, and that is amazing. And I have these, I see these, I feel these, and I'm really sending my message up there, saying thank you, because everything is happening, and I feel it, and it's very empowering. So the guy comes on my way. I say the guy because there is nothing else to it. I see him, I meet him, and the woman that I have met on the day before that did not really wanted to meet me, and she's now she can see what is happening, and when he meets me and I speak to him, she comes on the way trying, we have spoken to her, everything is done. And I completely ignore her, and he needs her to try to take him from that situation. So he says, oh, really? And she said, yeah, we have everything. Oh, do you have the documents? Have you given the documents? Like, kind of taking off from the situation. But the most important that I wanted to record it is done. He has met me. That was part of the news. So when people, they say, the president is the affection guy, so ask for his help, because I'm sure he's going to help you and your son. I can say he has met me, and 6 years after, he has done nothing. Actually, he did. After I met him, a couple of days after, he went and bent down to the Queen and kissed his foot. Her hand. He kissed her hand. So for me, that was saying a lot. That was the president. So
yeah, there we go. We met the Marcelo. I've never been to Lisbon, and I've never met Marcelo. The first time I go to Lisbon, I meet Marcelo. Anyway, sorry,
let me interrupt you. Just about these men, I'm just going to tell you as well that I did not like to meet whatever was about him. I only saw darkness. And it was very strong. That when I came after meeting him, I did this physically. I had to shake it off, because I don't know why I saw, because it was the first time that I saw, but it was something very dark, and whatever it is, that was my impression.
So yeah, after this event, after this meeting, we travelled back to Lisbon. Well, we went to the government building in Lisbon. And again, Iolanda spoke it. She said, I'm going to meet. Did you say I'm going to meet or speak to?
I'm going to meet.
I'm going to meet the prime minister.
Yeah,
I'm going to meet the prime minister, and that's Costa.
Yeah.
So she said that out loud to me. We go there. We go to the government building, and this is how I remember it. Is there was a security guard. And Yolanda's talking to him, trying to make this happen. To me, I see a sparkle in his eye. Anyway, he some moments later he motioned to her. He said, go and stand over there. I think.
No.
He said, go and stand over there. We waited over there.
No.
No?
Well, I was speaking to him and say, okay, I have met Marcelo, and he has a public agenda, so I know where he is. But I want to meet Antonio Costa, and I know where I want to meet him. And the guy that is in there, he says, everyone in the government knows about your story. I said, how are you sure about it? Your case was the front page of the magazine Visão. There is a person that works in here that only watches TV to see what other cases that goes on TV. So all of them they know. I said, but I want to meet him. I want to speak to him. I want to be able to say, I have met him and he knows about the case. So he keeps keeping me in there. I said, where should I go? Should I go to his office back there where we have been already? And people from his office have received us, but I want to speak to him. Where can I meet him? And he does not say where to go. But the conversation in there goes around for a few minutes. And after a few minutes then, he says, your Prime Minister is just coming from lunch. He's just coming a few meters behind you. And I said, thank you. Because I know that you kept me in there. But you couldn't say it. So I just say, does he come from the right or from the left? And he said, it comes from the right. I said, thank you. So I said to Leon, we're just going to meet the Prime Minister. Be ready. And I asked the guy, how many meters away? He said, about 5 meters. I said, thank you. Can I turn now? Yeah, I turned. And I was fast. And the guy that is the bodyguard of the Prime Minister was faster than him. So when he was going to try to grab me, the Prime Minister said, that's all right. So I spoke to him. Unfortunately, back then we didn't have any camera, but because there is no media, that could be, there is a reason why that is not, because if I'm going to record him, it's a private conversation. It's still on the public, but if I were going to publish that on the YouTube, maybe there was any problems involved. But get to the point. I spoke to the Prime Minister, and what I wanted, it has happened, and that guy was in there. He didn't have a way to say, okay, I'm going to make you to, but no, he kept me in there. He knew that the guy was coming from lunch, so he just kept me in there. And everything happened. And Leon saw happening what I said was going to happen.
Speak it, and then do something to make it happen. Make it move, or take action, and it will happen. So let's talk about Gonzalo Morales. So
the minister.
Oh yeah, you want to speak about those because
I can say yeah. So after that one, I came on the list, and I said I want to meet the Minister of Foreign Affairs too. So what we did is we were in Lisbon. I went to the office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I waited for a while. I tried to arrange a meeting, but no, it was not possible. And what? I just saw him. He just arrived in the car. I speak loud and I ask him, can I speak with you? And can you come down here to speak? And he did come. He came out of the car. He did come and I spoke to him. That is not recorded in video. It is recorded on audio. It is not... I'm not sure if it's published. I think it is published. It is in the public arena and it is recorded. I did speak to him, and what he said it was, I'm going, like the Prime Minister, both said, I'm going to see what I can do. It's been 6 years, nothing has been done.
So did you want to speak?
After the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and all of them, they are still there. They are still the same. After I did say I wanted to, with all these arrangements, we spoke with several prime ministers. We had at least 2 meetings. One of the meetings was full of MPs. There was a meeting and they wanted. I asked for every single name that was present, so I know with who I spoke. And there is, for example, a person that was in there, and they said, "Oh, you don't need to know who that person is." I said, "I'm sorry, but if he is in the meeting, it is a testimony that the meeting happened. So I want to know the name of the person. Otherwise, if it's not important, there's no need to be in the room." So yeah, I got to get the name of the person and. Basically,
So yeah, for me, 2016, I couldn't speak any Portuguese really, and I'm sat there with all these politicians. Let me talk about me and how I'm observing what's going on. You know, I'm seeing all these things happening. I'm sitting in front of politicians of the Portuguese government, multiple people, many men and women. Some of them didn't like me. I never met them. They were sat there like that with evils staring at me. But anyway, that's another story. And So I'm seeing all this stuff. You know, was happening. I'm just sort of stood next to Iolanda, this powerful woman. Yolanda's making all this stuff happening with just her, you know, her power of her mind, just thinking these things, saying it, and then doing something, and it will just happen. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. God, you might call it God. You might see the power of laws of attraction. There's all these different terms for it. Whatever it is, I saw it happening multiple times. So, yeah, awesome, amazing. So, let's talk about
Gonçalo Amaral.
Gonçalo Amaral. He was the principal investigator for the McCann's case, the two children, Madeleine McCann case here in Portugal. He was sacked because, well, this is my opinion. He knows the facts because he had snipped dogs for blood and dogs for death, and both dogs found blood and death in the house. So he wrote a book called Truth of the Lie. So that's Gonçalo Amaral. He was sacked because his narrative didn't fit with the mainstream media, the West, the UK, and what have you. Anyway,
yeah, and because the cases they are so important, side to side.
Yeah, that case is obviously big too.
Madeleine McCann and Santiago.
Yes, both these cases are very important. So he was somebody we wanted to meet. It's not just Iolanda in this case. I wanted to meet him.
That's our cat, Nico. He always likes to make a presence. Sorry, guys.
It's all right, you leave him on there.
That's all right, but he's on the floor. Okay.
So Gonçalo was somebody I would like to meet personally as well. So I had these thoughts too, and then.
I said I definitely want to meet Gonçalo Amaral because it is so important. You know, in one case, Madeleine McCann and the brothers, they were left alone by the parents, and there is definitely neglect. Yeah, you cannot deny that. And in our case, there is nothing against us, but what they put on was future emotional risk. But on Madeleine McCann, there is, it seems, no future of emotional risk, and they still have the twins. And actually, the police, the English police came to Algarve to do the investigation, and Portugal, in my case, said that they couldn't do nothing. So the other guys, they can come to Portugal and mess around and do investigations, make holes to look for a child, and the Portuguese, having a Portuguese baby that can have the Portuguese citizen, and which one he has the Portuguese citizen right now, can do nothing for me and nothing for him. So how can that happen? So definitely I wanted to meet Gonçalo Amaral to speak about this.
So we were in a...
When I went to Figueira da Foz
we were heading to
have a meeting with the Portuguese, the president of the council in Portugal, because me being from Figueira da Foz, from that council, and him being from that council, I think he must have some power to defend me and my case and my son. And he was a judge as well. And I studied his CV, and he had some investigation against child trafficking, human trafficking. So I met him and I said, now you have public responsibility on my case and professional responsibility. So what can you do for me?
So we were travelling. I don't remember the exact station, but we were travelling on the way, Coimbra, on the way to Figueira de Foz.
No, we had just finished, I think.
Was the other way around.
We were going back to Lisbon.
We were going back to Lisbon. So we were in a train station.
Yeah.
I think, did you get up to walk in a direction or something?
So I was, we were inside the place where we wait for the trains. And I just turned, and that's funny because there was an old couple sitting down in there, and I don't know if the couple recognized me or not because I was in the media in that time, and it was very funny because I just turned to Leon and I said, Leon, be ready, Gonçalo Amaral is just coming. And the guy was still coming like about 50 meters away, but I was sure that was him, and that was amazing. And so I turn up, and I'm right ready to meet him when he comes in the room, and he scares. I don't know if you...
So yeah, I was kind of like, wow. I think I don't know what I look like, but I was like, wow, this is, blown away by this. So there may have been expressions on our face but he was very fearful. He
thought that I was part of the journalists. Because he had won the case against the parents of Madeleine McCann back then. So he was as well in the media back then. So he thought that I was a journalist. But the most amazing thing in here is that couple, they saw it all. And they were very happy because they knew me. I realized that they know who I was. They knew who Gonçalo Amaral was, and they saw it, and they saw my joy on that meeting. They saw that it was something amazing, and they were really celebrating with us.
They connected.
And do you remember what Gonçalo Amaral said about this? He did say, I never come to here. That's what I remember. He said, I never come in here. I don't know even why I came to here. And I said, you are in here because I called you.
We asked for him to come, and he came.
And about that meeting, what did he say? He was like, okay, you were in the media. Did he sort out anything at all? I said, no, unfortunately, no. And we talk about, for example, a meeting on CMTV that went really wrong. But anyway.
So yeah, that was an amazing meeting. So we've got a few more. So there's a little bit of backstory. Iolanda and I met a Kazomba class in Regent Street, central London.
Yes, Street.
So we met at a dance class, and so Nelson, one of the artists for Kazomba music, his name is Nelson Freitas. I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but his music is, we like his music, particularly like his music, his art. His singing and songs, his music. So he was playing a concert,
in a place.
A place, yeah. A concert, yeah, nearby. And we were like, I think we had a conversation saying it'd be nice to meet him.
Yeah, when I saw the name, I was like, who is this person? And I went on the internet, and he played this song, and was like, wow, it's this guy. Oh, this is amazing. I said, that was amazing to meet the guy. And 2 seconds after.
Yeah. Well, he's walking towards us.
Yeah. With all these people around him, because he was going to have the concert, and he just come right straight on me. Right, it is amazing. And I just look at Leo, and it's like, just happening. So we met him. He gave his email. We took pictures with him.
We've got photos of him.
And it was quite amazing how, like, I just said that, and it was so amazing just what's the chance of having that guy just walking towards you? He could be eating, he could have been there, so many things, but it's just amazing.
Yeah, so these moments, we've our son was kidnapped, we're in depression, negative, unhappy, sad, and even in that kind of mindset, that state, life state, these incredible things were happening. So, if you need something or want something, think about it, publicly speak it, say it out loud, tell other people, and then do things that will bring it to you.
Yeah.
And that whatever it is, the power, whatever it is, will bring that to you.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't managed to bring Santiago yet, but
I'm sure that moment is going to happen.
That moment is going to happen.
Sorry to interrupt you. Why all these videos coming up? Because last Monday, I wanted something to happen. And but I was uncertain about some details. So it was very important to meet a person to make a decision to go forward. So Leon asked me, have you contacted the person? Do you know if the person is present on that day, on that place? And I said, don't worry about it. I know that I'm going to meet him. I know I'm going to meet him. It's going to happen. Why do I say that? Because I need that moment to happen. So I'm sure that has to happen because I really need that moment to happen. So, and what happened is on that day, when I arrived to that place, I just saw the guy. The guy just came. I saw the guy going on the car, and I'm like, okay, he's present. He just left, or he's just present. But I'm sure that he's going to come in here because I really need him. So before I enter in the building, I just waited outside the building. And guess what? I just see him coming on the phone. I waited for him, I made the signal, and I spoke to him. And after the end, I just told him, I was sure that I was going to meet you in here. So that was very good to speak to you. And he just smiled at me, just didn't make much of that, but to me it was very important. It was just another moment that I created. And the chances of seeing that guy in there, which one is a very important person, and he had so many meetings, he was going just for a meeting, and the chances of meeting that person at 3 p.m. on that place, at that precise time, it was just amazing. So
the universe, God, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I know there is something, I don't know what it is, but there's something incredible that makes these things happen. It's the power of your mind. You state it, publicly speak it, it's that certainty.
So I know that I'm creating that reality for Santiago. I know that I'm going to meet Santiago because it is this bubble of love that we are creating. My thoughts, your thoughts, my family thoughts, yours.
You're connected. Your love and your energy and your thoughts are connected to the whole. So thank you.
So I'm sure that Santiago feels something very important from Portugal, and I know that he has the feeling that there is something out there that is calling for him. So I am sure that I'm going to meet my son.
So, was there anything you wanted to bring up, Iolanda? Because I think I've spoken about things that I would like to speak.
I think that's all. Now there is only something special.
Oh yeah, what are you trying to do? So today it's Iolanda's birthday. Last Monday was mine.
And there is all this music.
A celebration, yeah.
Celebration.
So today is Iolanda's birthday.
It's 27th of June 2022 and today is my birthday.
Yes, it's Iolanda's birthday. So parabéns.
Yay!
Happy
1, 2, 3, parabéns a você
birthday.
nesta data querida, muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida. Hoje é dia de festa, cantam as nossas almas para a menina Iolanda. Uma salva de palmas. Hey! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yolanda. Happy birthday to you, me 38.
Thank you.
Santiago, Mum loves you, and today's my birthday. And hopefully you're going to see one day these videos and you're going to see how we create the reality to meet you. Santiago, we love you. We speak about you all the time. And the thing that we most want in our life is just to hug you, protect you, and love you, and just give you the joy of life and you to feel our love.
So thank you everyone for watching. Yes.
No, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like the video. Leave the comments. What do you think about the power of the mind? Have you ever felt these? Have you ever had those coincidences in life? And always listen to your instinct. That is very important. That's my lesson as well. So leave your comment below, and don't forget, next Monday on 7 p.m.
It's the next video. Thanks. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye for now.
That was good. You didn't give me a kiss.
Kiss it up.